661 The fourth Caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate, Ali ibn Abu Talib is struck on the head while praying at the Great Mosque of Kufa, Mesopotamia by poison-coated sword wielded by Ibn Muljam a Kharijite, dies 2 days later. 672 St Vitalian ends his reign as Catholic Pope. 847 Sergius II ends his reign as Catholic Pope. In 1142 wrongful execution of noted Song Dynasty General Yu Fei. In 1302 Dante becomes a Florentine political exile. In 1343 Pope Clement VI issues the Bull Unigenitus. In 1534 French King Francis I signs classified treaty with Landgrave of Hesse. In 1538 Dutchy of Guelders accepts rule of William, Duke of Jülich-Cleves-Berg. In 1591 Scottish schoolmaster Dr. John Fian burned for witchcraft at Castle Hill, Edinburgh by order King James VI, part of the Berwick witch trials. In 1593 Vatican opens blasphemy and theological heresy trial against Italian scholar and wayward friar Giordano Bruno. Proceedings drag on for over 7 years. 1. Trial of Charles I. 1649 English High Court of Justice finds King Charles I guilty of the crimes of which he had been accused. They judge him tyrant, traitor, murderer, and public enemy to the good people of the nation, to be put to death by the severing of his head from his body. 1662 First American lime kiln begins operation in Providence, Rhode Island. Morgan lands at Panama City. 1671 Welsh part Henry Morgan lands at the gates of Panama City. The Age of Louis the Great. 1687 Charles Perrault's poem The Age of Louis the Great readout at the French Academy, part of the literary quarrel of the ancients and the moderns. Sultan Mustafa II. 1695 Mustafa II becomes the Ottoman Sultan in Istanbul on the death of Ahmed II. Mustafa rules until his death in 1703. In 1778 Nicole Piccinni's tragic opera Roland premieres at Théâtre du Palais Royal in Paris, France. 1785 First U.S. State University chartered in Athens, Georgia. In 1823 President Monroe appoints first U.S. ambassadors to South America. In 1825 U.S. President James Monroe urges Congress to approve creation of Indian Territory, west of the Mississippi River, for the relocation of Eastern Indian tribes to promote their welfare and happiness. 1. In 1853 U.S. whaling and sailing vessel the Levant captained by Mercator Cooper makes the first known landing on mainland Antarctica at Oates Coast, Victoria Land. In 1864 Battle of Fair Gardens, Tennessee. In 1864 Civil War skirmish at Kelly's Ford, Virginia. In 1870 after accepting 15th Amendment, Virginia is readmitted to the Union. In 1870 First sorority, Kappa Alpha Theta, is founded at DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana. In 1870 Manitoba Northwest Territories Incorporated. In 1886 First British Government of Salisbury resigns. In 1891 mine explosion kills 109 at Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania. 1894 First college basketball game. University of Chicago beats Chicago IMCA 19-11. In 1894 Midwinter Fair opens in Golden Gate Park, Swan Lake. 1895 Marius Petiper and Lev Ivanov's revival of Pyotr Tchaikovsky's ballet Swan Lake premieres in St. Petersburg. In 1896 Tasmania bowl out Victoria for 65 for their first ever innings victory. In 1897 British troops occupy Beecher Gold Coast, Ghana. In 1900 foreign diplomats in Peking, China, write formal notes of protest demanding that the Chinese government stop the Boxers and other groups leading attacks on Westerners and Christians. In 1900 Social Democrat Party of America Debs Party holds first convention. 1902 5 workers killed on explosion during IRT subway construction NYC. In 1905 Maurice Rouvia forms government in France. In 1906 Rudolf Gunderson skates world record 500 m at 44.8 sec. In 1908 Pacifer, a satellite of Jupiter, discovered by Melt. In 1909 the Young Left is founded in Norway. In 1914 a petition is written and submitted by the black and coloured women of the Orange Free State, an independent Boer sovereign republic in southern Africa, against the carrying of passes by women. In 1915, US Marines occupy Haiti. In 1916, Communist Party Spartacus letters first published in Berlin. In 1917, Coen de Koning wins second official 11 cities race 953 record. Tarzan of the Apes. 1918, silent film Tarzan of the Apes, the first film adaptation of the novel, premieres at Broadway Theatre, New York City, starring Gordon Griffith and Elmo Lincoln. In 1918, the first hostilities occurred in the Finnish Civil War. In 1924, Claes Thunberg of Finland claims 3 gold medals in one day when he wins the 1,500 m, 5,000 m, and all-round speed skating events at the Chamonix Winter Olympics, won 5,000 m the day before. In 1924, Egyptian King Ford nominates Sard Sagal Pastor Premier. In 1924, the Kingdom of Italy and the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes signed the Treaty of Rome, agreeing to the annexation of independent Free State of Fame by Italy, now Croatia. In 1924, the Natal Indian Congress and the Natal Indian Association jointly organise a mass meeting in Durban, South Africa, in opposition to the Class Areas Bill. The Schrödinger equation. 1926, physicist Erwin Schrödinger publishes his theory of wave mechanics, and presents what becomes known as the Schrödinger equation in quantum mechanics. In 1926, US Senate agrees to join World Court. In 1933, Otto Meissner, head of the German President's office, dines with British Ambassador Sir Horace Rumbold. In 1934, French government of Chortim's Falls-Davisky affair. In 1934, VAR refuses to hire after commemoration of Marinus van der Lubbe. In 1939, first flight of the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. 1940-17 F-27C, CCC Camp F-16, Georgia State record. In 1941, Peruvian ambassador Ricardo Rivera Schreiber warns American ambassador of Japanese assault on Pearl Harbor. 1942,